How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. You know I'm doing just doing. Today, I'm going to introduce myself because I don't think y'all know me. Or maybe you don't want to know me. But here I am. Well, from Buffalo, New York. Born and raised. Traveled the world. Seen the south, northwest, and east of the states. A couple places out of the country. Worked my whole life. I've been working actually since I was 14 years old. First job was a dishwasher. My deacon in the church helped me get that job there. And it was the best thing that I think that ever happened to me because it gave me independence. And it showed me what independence was and what it felt like. And that as long as I went to work and I got a check at the end of the week, I knew I'd be all right. So anyhow, I come from a very huge, enormous family. Everybody's got like 5+ kids. My immediate family, there is actually, I think 9 of us. I had stopped counting a long time ago. But, so yeah. I started my journey, like I said, at the age of 14. It's when I was able to see the world, start exploring, and as I said, independence. There's nothing like independence. The worst thing in the world is to have to live under somebody's budget or somebody else's dollar. Just put it that way. When you have to live under somebody else's dollar, that's a scary way to live in life, because you have to hope that person don't switch or change or get tired of you laying down on their dollar. So, but anyhow, I got tired of hearing my parents say that they can't afford it, or it wasn't enough, or just flat out no. And so I asked my deacon, which I looked to as like a great uncle in the church. I couldn't ask nobody in the family. Everybody in the family, I tried to get ahead, and they just didn't know. Maybe they didn't know how to get me there. What the dream that I was trying to follow, maybe they didn't understand it or couldn't see it. So they didn't know how to get me to my dream or dreams. And so I went to church and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I asked the deacon, I said, "You always at work, I noticed. You think you can help me get a job?" And he looked at me like I had 6 horns. Like, what you know about working? And so he came, one day picked me up and we went to his house and he showed me his house, his home. And he just gave me a tour. It's a beautiful home. But like I said, my dreams were always bigger than my environment, always. So, but I admired his home. I loved it. It was his, and I really admired that. So anyway, he sat me down, and he, after he gave me the tour, he had a studio. He had a nice house. And so he sat me down, and he said, "You see all this?" He said, I had to work for this. He said, nobody didn't give me this. None of this stuff here, nobody gave me. I had to work hard for it. And it was a lot of stuff. And I said to myself, I took a deep breath in and I said, well, goodness gracious, I probably got a lot of working to do. So anyhow, I said, it's so funny because then I was interested in the conversation, but I was more interested in when he was going to get me started. When was I going to start working? That was my vision then. That was just so on fire to make some money, you know. Me and my brothers, we always did, like, we shoveled the communities' homes when they couldn't get out. Because back then, people weren't that fortunate to have a snowblower. So you had to do a lot of things by hand. So, we're so fortunate now to have so much different gadgets to help us better our lives. But anyhow, me and my brother would go and rake and shovel and we'll make money. But after a while, I'm like, this is chump change. I'm 14 now. It's time for me to get some money, And I would inquire about the summer youth program because I think it was a summer youth working program. But my mom wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know if we weren't involved or she wasn't involved. I don't know. But I remember inquiring about the summer program and I think trying to get my working papers and whatnot, and trying to ask my mom because I think I had to go get the physical and yada yada yada. But anyhow, I think she did take me to go get the physical and get the working papers, but I don't think we went as far as for me to start the summer youth program. I don't know if we didn't live in the right neighborhood. I don't know. I can't really remember that far back, but to the detail part of it far back. But so she helped me get the working papers. I was so happy of that. I went to go start. Brother Anthony is his name. He helped me end up getting a job. At his job, he worked at a restaurant. He was a cook, and they helped me get a job as a dishwasher. So that was my first job as a dishwasher. And boy, those dishes used to come. They came left and right. They never stopped. I thought my feet and legs and stuff was gonna fall off, and I got tired of seeing dishes. It's so funny because now I love to do dishes. I don't know if it's the plant in the water. I don't know what it is. The suds. I don't know. But I love to do dishes. So anyhow, I got the job. I started getting paid. It was different. I was enjoying the fact that I was able to go buy my own school clothes. I was able to buy my own sneakers, my own whatever I wanted. If I wanted to stop after school, we used to stop after school and go catch something to eat. Back in the days, we loved Chinese food. I don't know why, but we loved, I think it was the sauces. So we would always stop after school. Me and my friends would stop after school and we would go stop at the Chinese. And it just felt good to have money, and not, excuse me, and not be able to, I don't know, I guess penny pinch or whatever. So it just felt good to have money. So I began to, I'm in school and I'm enjoying life and seeing the world for what it is, around working people, meeting new people, not secluded to one area or one setting as far as homework, school, Well, back in the days, it really wasn't work. So I can't say work. So it was home school. Homes. It was actually home. It was home church school. Home church school. Home church school. So that was my life growing up. Home church school. Home church school. And anything that we did, like it was either like maybe with family or with the community, the church community. And it was nice. Those church people are very, very nice people, especially, well, the ones back then. I'm not going to say that they're all like that now, but back then they were very, very nice people. Um, so anyhow, I just wanted to grow. I wanted to see more. I just knew that the world was so big and it was full of life and um, just more than my environment. I got tired of seeing people destroy themselves, with drugs and alcohol, and lack of production and depression and whatnot. I just got tired of seeing it, so I wanted to just escape and run. And that's kind of what I did. So I started working, went to work. Um, I think I was saving money, buying things, of course, because. But the lady who lived upstairs from us growing up, she saw my ambition and she saw my drive, and she said, I'm getting a new car and I'm going to sell you my old car. And I said, really? My eyes just got so big and so wide. I was like, really? I said, yeah, but I don't even have a driver's license or anything. And she said, you gonna get it. She said, I see your drive. I see you, how you working. You going to work. You like to work. She said, I'm going to sell you that car for $75. And she sold me that car for $75. A 1986 Dodge Spirit. I'll never forget, it was fully loaded. It had sunroof, everything. It had tape player, and I think it had CD player too. Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So anyhow, it was like the best thing anybody could have ever done for me in my whole entire life. Like seriously, I think I might have been 14, 15 around that time. And so anyhow, and she owned her own shop, so I always admired her. I always spoke to her and stuff like that, and was very respectful. And I admired her. I couldn't believe she was a black woman owning her own beauty shop. And that's probably small to some people, but it was something back then to us because people didn't have anything. They didn't own anything. They didn't have nothing. So, it's nice to see ambitious women, making money and sophisticated and whatnot about it. So anyhow, I'm working and going to school and whatnot, and just got this big dream, this vision, just to be more than my environment. And life struck at I think I was about 16 years old. I think I don't know if I might have been exploring fire too much, because anyhow it got me kicked out of my home, out of my house. So here I am about 16, 15, 16. Here I am, still trying to figure things out, still trying to figure life out, still trying to figure myself out. And those dreams kind of crash because I now have to fend for myself. So we'll go into detail about why I got kicked out in another video. It's kind of, I want to figure out how I just want to put that in another, that's a whole nother subject. So anyhow, so here I am, 16, and I am really don't know where I'm gonna go. tell you the truth, you know. Yeah, I have friends, you know. I can stay out if I wanted to stay out. I don't know if that's appropriate for a 16-year-old, but um, it was kind of the thing that I wanted to do. And it wasn't like I was being like what they would call back then fast or anything, you know. I wasn't even having sex. Um, I was more so like friendship. Like I wanted to do my music. I just wanted to explore more because like growing up in a household, nobody had the same passions, I would say, as me. So nobody had the same dreams or passions or what they would say aspirations. So it was very hard growing up in a house with over nine or 10 different personalities, and you can't really relate to anybody, or nobody can really relate to you. So I wanted to venture off and explore and meet friends and just see where I will go in the world. You know, never really had a direct vision, direction, like, but I knew I just wanted to just wander the world, I guess. And so here I am, I'm 16, and I'm like staying at a friend's house until I can't stay there anymore. And then I was like 2 inches from a shelter, like really. And my cousins, they had just lost their mother not too long. So my big cousin was she was kind of taking care of my little cousins, which is she would be the oldest, so she would be the big sister. So I had asked, can I come stay with them because I just couldn't take being back in like I never ever in my life experienced homelessness. You know, we might have had our lights or something shut off, but I've never experienced homelessness. And so the first time in my life, I'm experiencing basically homelessness. So by the grace of God, my cousin, big cousin, she took me in and she said, "Yeah, you can stay with us." And so from there, then on, I basically had kind of grew up with them, you know. Um, so I was like, spent most of my teens and 20s, with them. And it was a lot because we were all basically raising ourselves, but I could at least relate, I could relate. And some people probably couldn't understand how could you relate, but I could relate because I could understand the pain to not have a mother, I guess. Even though my mother was here in the physical, it felt like I didn't never have a mother because I always was more so the responsible one, the person to be the, I guess, example or leader. So it was real hard. They were a little bit harder on me. So anyhow, yeah, I had to take responsibility like ASAP, because mind you, I'm the oldest of all those of everybody. So I had to develop responsibility like ASAP immediately. There was no time for me to be a kid or play or there was no time for that. That's why like I didn't understand how my brother could play the video game like all day and all night, because I just was like, bro, we got so much to do. Like, what do you like? But he was. I'm glad that he was able to enjoy being a child because I didn't experience that. We had moments, where we, had fun and went to the park and stuff like that, or we went outside and played, and we had neighborhood friends, childhood friends and stuff like that. But as far as just having that pressure of being of enjoying being a child, I felt like I've been an adult like my whole life since I've been born. And so anyhow, I wanted to explore. So that's the reasoning for why I wanted to leave the house. because I wanted to. I'm a music head. I love music. I love church, but I really love church the most when we did music and we would all sing together. And then they had got the drum set, and I was on the drum set, and I really enjoyed playing the drums. And then I moved on and started trying to play the piano, and I was, playing around with that. And, I really, really enjoyed that part of service, I guess. And so I wanted to explore that. I think I wanted to indulge more into it. Not really thinking about career or, that it could be a career or anything. Well, knowingly, because we watched 106 in Park and all those shows, all those box and all those different type of videos and stuff. So I knew that it could be a possibility, but that was never like the ultimate. It was just like, it was more of a passion, like a passion thing. Like it was like, this is what I love to do. Like I love music. I don't know, because it's like when you alone and you a loner, and you grew up in a house where it's like, it's not affection. It's more so hard. Protect yourself. Be on point. Always be on point. Or you know, always watch over your shoulder. Just when you grow up in an environment like that, it's very difficult to, how can I say it? It's very difficult to enjoy being a child. Let's just say that. Enjoy the comfortability of being a child. So yeah. So anyhow, moving on. I wanted to explore. That's what I did, and I ended up. So when I got kicked out, no, what it was when I didn't get not we're moving around. I didn't get kicked out. I'm talking now. We're moved on to my cousins. So I'm staying with my cousins, and it's actually hard because my cousin is only 18 years old, and she has to really be a woman now. She has to work. She has to be an example. She has to be a mother. So I didn't want to be a burden, on her. So I found another way. So I said, I'm going to go to Job Corps. So that's when I went to Job Corps. And I said, I got my CNA and GED. And because didn't even mention that by me being homeless, I won't say I had to drop out of high school, but let's just say I wasn't motivated to go without no clean clothes, not having clothes, or maybe not getting no sleep, or just being embarrassed, like as a whole. Like I was not motivated to go. I was more motivated to work and get myself out the streets and get a roof over my head and things like that. So that was my focus. That's what I knew that I would have to do eventually. So I knew school wasn't gonna help none. I love that part on Precious. She said school. She said Precious. School ain't gonna help. She said you need to get a job. Oh, no, but that's not funny. But yeah. So that's what my focus was. So I think I ended up doing, I know I went to Job Corps. So I went to Job Corps, got the CNA. That bought time. I was able to have room and board, so because we lived on campus, and that was a really interesting experience. Like then, it was like, wow, this is a little bit too much. But now when I think about it, I'm like, wow, that was an experience. So anyhow, I got my GD, license, and my nursing CNA, certified nursing assistant. Got 3 things coming out of there. And I got some also experience. I didn't get certified like in culinary or auto mechanics, but I did take 2 of those courses. I took them, but I didn't like stay and get those certifications. I could if I wanted to, and would have got paid more money. But my granny had ended up passing. This was around Hurricane Katrina. I remember. I'll never forget. And she ended up passing away. and I was away in Job Corps. And how did I get the news? Oh, I got the news from my pastor. She was like, "Is you sitting down?" And I was like, "Sitting down?" I'm like, "I'm not sitting down, but what's going on?" I already had knew something. I was on my granny though. I'm like, "What?" But she was just like, "It's your granny, son." And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" She's not here now. And so I was just all hurt. I was hurt because nobody called and tell me. And it was I guess they wanted Mother Rivers to do it because um, I was really close with her. She was like my mentor. And, I was real close to her. So they probably felt like she would be the better person to tell me. But I would have rather heard it from my mother, my grandmother's daughter. Or I just would have. So anyhow, I can't harp on that. So anyhow, who smoked? I had to light the blunt. my fault, y'all. So anyhow, the moral of this story, without being too detailed and too, I just wanted to give you a little background. You know what I'm saying? And I might get deep and go into some more and whatever. But this is just who I am, so you can know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you know who I am. I'm Rome, and the reason why I decided to name myself I dropped my last name and put way on the end because I have been living everybody else's dream, I feel like, my whole life. So I've always wanted to do things my own way. So, and everybody always told me no, or no, that ain't gonna work, or I don't think you should do that, or I think you should, So I heard that my whole life. So by taking control of my life, I thought my name out very, very strategically. I'm like, what am I going to call myself? You know what I'm saying? And so I just kept my Rome. It's Romeo, but it's Rome in its way. Like, it's my way of how I do things. So now you're in my vicinity, my atmosphere, and you seeing how I do things. This is the way I do things. It may not be no way you ever seen, or no way you ever heard of, or no way you are used to, but this is the way that I do things. And some people might be bored because it's not the entertainment of today, but I can't be nothing but a realist. That's all I was born to be and born to do. So that's all I can be. So I'm here for the real ones. I'm here for, I also work for Crisis Services, volunteer for Crisis Services. So if you ever need somebody to talk to, kick it with, whatever, I'm the cool kid. Y'all take care.